Hello, I'm Elisabeth Engel, and I'm a spiritual coach and mentor for women entrepreneurs who want to break through their limiting beliefs and become this leader in their category that they really wish to be. And today I'm talking with Maria Nowak. She's one of my clients who I'm working with for a whole year, one of my VIP clients. And we're talking about what she achieved with this coaching, with our working together, where she has been at the beginning and where she is today. And this is really a tremendous development. So stay tuned and just listen to us. Very welcome, Maria.
Hello, so good to be with you, Elisabeth. Thank you.
Maria, when we started working together, you were self-employed since 6 years and in online business for 4 years. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yes. Um, You were already very successful and just experienced your most successful year in your business. Um, where have you been when we started working together?
I was just after writing 10 goals for my next year. And when I realized how big those goals are, I, I, I knew that I needed support to achieve this because most of those goals on my list were really beyond my so-called comfort zone. So I knew what's coming, and what was coming was stretching myself beyond the limits, but in a positive way, like yoga stretch, not like forcing and, doing some violent movement, but like stretching to really reach new level of being comfortable within my business, especially because my business started to grow and I faced this wall, and on this wall was written team building. So it was like either I will build a team and divide the task and help my company grow, or I will just stay where I am, stick in the same place, not for long because I was growing from year to year. So every year, the number of clients, the income was doubling. It was doubling, yeah. But at that very moment when we started, I felt I want to change because there is a huge potential for my business and for my clients to go to, but it won't happen unless I will build the team and kind of expand the board in my company, so to say. Yeah.
Yes, I remember you said I had such a successful year. This you wrote in your coaching preparation. My year was so successful, and I've there was fear. Will this success last? Will it stay? And you also wanted to overcome this fear, and of course, grow and expand your business.
Yes. Yeah.
This was also something we were working on at the beginning.
Yeah, fear is always there. I mean, I'm Ayurveda practitioner, and according to Ayurveda, we can have a certain patterns of reacting. Yes, certain emotional patterns that we keep repeating in our life. And I happen to have very how to put it, vata increasing life. So it means that the fear and anxiety, those are the emotions that comes to me easily. And I also experience losing many things, places, and people during my lifetime when I was pretty young. So this fear of losing something when it's in good shape is kind of in my core. And I have it, and now I realize it, and I'm like, I'm taking care of this, and I'm surrounding myself with people like you who help me to grow with this fear. So not in spite of the fear, but with having this fear, and at the same time not letting this fear to stop me in this process of developing myself and my business.
Mhm. What would you say was the last key that caused you to book this coaching?
I think the circumstances in which it happened. So I thought about hiring someone, and then I got the message from you. So this kind of coincidence, which is actually not coincidence.
Mhm.
I would rather call it the faith, the smile of faith, or how you put it in English. There is this expression that, faith give you a sign that it's ready for you. And in this very moment, if you are taking action like I did, you have this magical blessing, because many people see signs and they choose to ignore them, or double question the signs. Was it really the sign? Is she really right for me? And I took it as a sign. I took it as advice from the universe, since I was going around and praying and asking for someone to help me, and the message came. So I said, yeah, thank you, I will take this one. I know her, I like her, yeah, let's start.
That was really an amazing experience.
Yes, it was.
You in our very first conversation, when we were in this session before the coaching, you said, I was praying for somebody to lead me through this, and this felt really, really like universe is connecting us. And when I see what we both experience in our working together, it's like working on a really high energetic level. And there are happening miracles in the shortest time that are opening doors, and then Maria goes whoosh.
Yes,
growing and expanding even further. That's so amazing.
that's true.
You were talking earlier about that you experienced these losses in your childhood or during your life, and there was a situation this came up about when we were working together 2 months. You were in the middle of a big launch and you lost your personal assistant, and this caused some this brought up some fear inside of you.
Yeah.
Do you remember this situation?
Yes, I remember this well, because I remember this feeling of being overwhelmed. So at that time, I wasn't really afraid of the final result, because I knew myself and I knew that I can push through and, increase the time that I spent on my launch, on my working activities. So I will do it. Yeah, I proved myself many times in my life that I can do it, and I paid the price for this proving myself that I can do it. So when the same situation came to me yet again, first of all, I was like overwhelmed and a little bit afraid that I will pay the price for this stretching myself in not very polite and gentle way, just I was forced to, so to say. But at the same time, I got curious. What is in me that I'm attracting this situation, this kind of situations? I wouldn't say over and over again, but I saw the pattern. And I was curious, what is inside, what is the core cause for this, because again, being in the field of Ayurveda, I'm always about cause and effect. Yeah, so when client is coming to me and sharing his story about his illness or some other alignments, I'm always into finding the root cause. So that time I was also into finding a root cause, and while working with you, I understood that although I hired assistant, I never really let go and trust that she's capable of doing things. And I kind of trained her that I'm the one to oversee the whole process and to and I'm the one who's making corrections and, correct mistakes, and just checking all the things all the things need to be checked through me, by me. So, and I think, so the lesson was that she can fail, and it's not a problem, because I will cover. And even if she will do her best, I will be also there to say, it could be perfect. So in a way, I understood that this is the root cause, that I'm actually not trusting in her greatness and not letting her be really good at her work. And this for short time can work, but for long run, it results in her, and I think also other people, being not happy in their work. And then slightest challenges can make it very painful. Yeah.
Yes. This also happens something else when you don't trust this person who's working for you and you keep controlling her. She cannot grow in her real, well, in her potential.
Yes.
And even if they make mistakes, this is how they learn. This is how we learn. This is how we all learn. It's like letting them go and giving them the chance to grow. This was also a situation where, well, you said this was a pattern, a repeated pattern in your life. And I remember we talked about some family issue that was behind this, and we dissolved this on an energetic level. Well, I have my special tools, mental tools to clean this energetically. And this changed a lot for you. It was like freeing yourself from some old energy, from it even might be from former lives or whatever. How did you feel afterwards?
Actually, I recall few experiences like this. When I heard Elisabeth Engel, energy coach, I was okay, it sounds nice, but I have no idea what she does with this energy coaching. And the most powerful experience of what does it really mean came to me when when we work on this level. So coming back in time, sometimes to the things that I remember from my life, and sometimes to the things that I cannot remember, but somehow the memory is there, stored on the cellular level, and it's very present.
Yes.
Once I kind of shine my light onto certain part of my life experience, or even body part, because I really love that you are using the body as a tool in your coaching, and this is so aligned with Ayurveda. Yet again, coming back to the same understanding, yeah, that we are healing some experience, not so much through the mind, using mind as a tool, but also coming back to body. And those experiences are very real. They are almost like physical, like you can touch them, you can feel them. So it makes the whole experience very vivid, very lively, very like very concrete, yeah, substantial, like I would say. So also the effects are like this. It's not like you did something, and you kind of forgot what you did. It's just, it's just you feel the difference in your body. So what I'm trying to say is that I felt the difference in my body, and I still feel it. I feel certain parts of me expanded. There is more life, the energy flow without those obstacles, and those obstacles are the stories, and much of them are not they are not how to say it, they are not true anymore. They happened like 10 years ago, I don't know, 100 years ago. Yeah, it just happened, and it left it left this, like the pattern. Yeah, it left the scarf, so to say. And coming back with this healing consciousness, with this healing energy, and actually letting let those stories to come to an end and heal themselves, and me being able to understand that maybe in the past this was the reality, this was the situation, this was the right reaction, those were the right emotions. Now it's different, and there is no reason to combining those two experiences, but there is great reason to actually disconnect them, but in a way which is full of loving and loving energy and appreciation for what happened in the past. Because I don't really like those solutions when you disconnect, like cut off. I don't believe that it's possible to cut off members of your family. I don't know, your close friends, first boyfriend who was toxic, or some previous experiences. I believe in integrating them. So you honor them, you appreciate them, you you love them and you heal them. So you move on, yeah, and you kind of build on this experience and grow with your present, with your future. And in this way, this is also my way of saying thank you to those experiences, to those people. Like, thank you that you happened. You showed me something. Now I know what, so I can grow and move forward. Let's grow and move forward together. So I mean, experience from the past, my little version of me, or my people who were connected with me, they can also experience the healing. So I really like this sentence, that I'm a dream of my ancestors. So I can really be the dream of my ancestors, and they can through me feel the completion of their struggles, problems, or stories.
Yes. And what you said before, it's what I experience in a lot of coachings when I'm working with these tools, and while you have your eyes closed and I'm guiding you in a very relaxed way, what are you feeling in your body? Well, everybody feels it different. Like I feel like my throat is like tighten, or I have a pressure on my heart, or my arm feels thick. And then I'm taking this, what the persons are saying, my clients are saying, and cleaning it with these special tools. And I don't stop until everything is gone. And then I know now the energy field is really clean. And as you also said afterwards, I feel so freed, released. Well, a lot say I'm feeling so well. They are happy, of course. It feels so released and so liberating.
Light, yeah. There's a light, joyful energy that it's like a fresh air in the room in which you are sitting for too many hours.
Yes. We went on with your coaching. We had first VIP day, but before we talked already about one of your main goals was building a team. And a bit after this coaching, we were talking about how you can focus on your zone of genius. And this is, of course, you need to build a team so you can stay in your tasks when you are in your zone of genius, and you delegate whatever doesn't belong there to your team members. And when we started working together, you had one person in your team, is that right?
Yes.
It was your personal assistant, or your right hand, like you call her. And then there was a little bit of scarcity of how will it be to hire somebody new. And you said in once, I'm afraid of being a leader.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good to be a leader because I will pay for it. These were thoughts that were coming up. And this is what was holding you back. So these were your limiting beliefs at this time. And this day we cleaned them. That was after 3 months we worked together. And this changed a lot. Do you remember this experience?
I don't know if I remember this experience, but what I remember really well is that it's funny how those excuses that we are saying, and they are very sometimes, well proven, like excuse of I'm afraid that I will not have money to pay them, or I'm afraid that I will lose my free time, or this is 2020, people are reducing, is it a good time to increase, and so on, so on. And sometimes they are really like like very strong strongly supported excuses, but underneath there is something bigger lying there and waiting to be healed. And I remember this not once with this topic, but with many different topics, that we were kind of looking what is underneath those surface things, like time, money, losing freedom, or whatever it is for someone. Yeah. And there were always something that is waiting there to be healed and to be put back in the past, so to say, resolved in a way so it can be continue in a positive way. And so so even though I don't recall this particular session, I do recall this process of finding out what is really holding me back, what kind of limiting belief, emotional stories is keeping me in this circle,
Mhm.
and how can I feel safe to let go of this? Because this is very interesting. Sometimes limiting beliefs keep us safe. You
Mhm.
know, they have very good reason. They serve us, and I know it requires this environment of loving support and trust, and this quality of witnessing and guiding which you have, and creating the space in which it's very safe, comfortable, and even interesting to start not questioning, but start observing what is this belief coming from where it's coming from, and what is the purpose that it serves, and how can I fulfill the purpose, but in a different way, so I'm safe and I can grow. Yeah.
Um, After this session, well, you might not remember, but I took notes. um, when before you said, I'm afraid of being a leader, and after this session, you said the wall is melting down, so it felt like a wall around you. Now it feels right, the leadership. I feel ready. It feels like it's healing. I'm connected to my power. It's like coming back home, and I'm ready to be a leader.
Powerful words.
Yes, your words.
Yes, my
Mm,
reality now. You can ask my clients, and they feel it like this, especially in 2020, when there is a need for leaders, for people who are like lighthouses.
mm,
So this is the reality, and this is the calling. Yeah, I felt coming back to my calling because I felt it when I was a child,
mm,
and then certain things happen, and not once, like over time. So I kind of, yeah, the wall was built around me, and when this wall was melting down, and I really like the word melting because it was not destroyed, it was not like forced to be, I don't know, just like dynamite, yeah, to destroy it, but it was just like a gentle movement of melting down, so the real purpose can be there and can shine and serve.
mhm. And this was really a breakthrough session that you could feel it, that it really what was lying underneath healed completely. And this really changed your business in such a positive way. I remember in your first VIP day, well, 2 VIP days are included in this 1 year coaching. We made this pyramid where on top you put what's your goal, your big vision, and you said, um, the freedom to live in my zone of genius until the 27th of October 2020. And on your second VIP day, we had a look at your goals, and they had all come true.
Yes.
It was really goosebumps.
Yes, yes. I remember you asked me during the second VIP day. By the way, VIP day is amazing experience. You can celebrate your successes, and you can take like 3 hours to talk about your successes, and knowing that on the other side is Elisabeth, so person who is there to celebrate it with you, not questioning and not, be jealous, or I don't know, is just there to celebrate. It's a
Yes.
little bit like you're just sharing this pure joy of achievement meaning developing yourself to the higher version of yourself. So I remember that I spent 3 hours celebrating the successes, and you were keep asking me what you want to celebrate next, and the list was very long. And on the list were things which were based on the list of 10 goals that I did year before, year before, but also some new insights on a deeper or more overall perspective about me as a mother. I have two young kids. My daughter is 6 and my son is 4. I'm in a relationship with my husband for more than 20 years. So the personal life is pretty robust and I have things to do in my free time. So from this overall perspective, to actually see how achieving those goals of building freedom team, delegating tasks, being a leader, letting go of some heavy duties, I would call it like this, in my business, really made me more satisfied as a mother, as a wife, as a person who spends time with herself, because I often do this as well. And it's also very interesting to repeat what all the successful people are saying, that as an end product, as an end result, I work less. um, I achieve and I earn much more. I have more free time. But what really changed is I work more on myself, and then I can experience the breathtaking results in my business. So this is interesting dynamic, yeah, that I choose to work more on myself. I choose you to be my coach because I sense you will be good guide for this journey, and I knew that will be, rather challenging journey, that it's not like we will just hug and kiss. We will do some serious healing work. And I was courage enough to take this challenge and to do it for me, for my family, for my business. And I'm really happy about the results. And I'm so glad that I did this, so I can really nourish myself with all the wonderful effects of this work with you during 1 year. And just like to complete this, I would also like to say that I'm experienced in this field of self-development. I'm a psychologist. This is my first profession. I'm a yoga teacher, Ayurveda therapist. I did so many things in my life, and I really believe in the power of process. So I experienced this process, processes like 21 days of something, 1 month of panchakarma, I don't know, 2 months of yoga course, 9 months of something, and 12 months of coaching one-on-one. This is just really VIP version of support, and I strongly recommend this for myself if I will forget one day that it's so powerful, and also for people who are for people who are watching and considering this. This is not an online course. This is not also like quick fix, I don't know, 2 weeks and you've done. This is really like a journey toward the higher version of yourself that you sense it's possible for you. And since you sense it's true, it's possible, it's just a matter of going there, and it's great to be supported. And for me, I need people who are sensitive and loving. I don't like this support like, you can do it, yes, force it, or, break it. I don't like this kind of coaches because it makes me angry. It brings up the fear and anxiety, and my outside reaction is anger. Yeah. So I like to be surrounded by love, compassion, and in this warm environment that in this environment, only in this environment, I can unpack, so to say, melt down the protection that I usually have, and contact with sensitive parts of me and heal it. And then the outer part will get the results of this.
You really had outstanding successes this year. You have grown your team from 1 person to how many do you have today after 10 months?
Now I have 4 team members.
Wow.
And I have like 3 or 4 companies with whom I work, like I'm outsourcing certain tasks like Facebook ads or website related things or SEO. So they are like my business partners, so to say.
Amazing. You have
Yes,
grown you had a goal to grow your list to 20,000 on until the 27th of October, and you told me a few days before, now I have 20,400.
Yes.
Something like this.
Yes.
That's amazing. And in June, you had already your income from your previous year.
Yes.
So you probably are going to double your income?
I think I'm on the way to tripling this because,
Wow.
we are recording in November and we still have some time to go, and Black Friday is coming, and I'm courageous enough to take this challenge. So who knows, but it's good.
Amazing, amazing. What
Yes.
is your personal highlights of this year while we're working together?
Hmm. Let me think. I think the biggest thing is that I trusted myself, I trusted in this vision that came to me with writing those goals. And sometimes they were like, oh yeah, you went crazy on this. And I trusted when universe sent me and sent me you along with some other inspiring coaches who were supporting me in this year, and trusted myself that I can do it. I can do it with you. I can find the time. I can find the money to pay for it. And it's possible for me to achieve what I sense it's possible for me. So this is the highest thing uh, of all, because many times in my past, the energy consuming, life consuming force that I was experiencing was the energy of doubting myself. So I wasn't sure if it's the right time, if it's the right person, if it's the right idea, and this like on and off, deciding, not deciding, changing your mind, and basically questioning the pictures that I saw in my mind. This was really exhausting. And over the years, with all the healing that I did for me, it reduces and reduces. And now looking back to this 1 year, I'm very happy that I trusted myself that that it's possible. And with this, I took yet another step of this healing part, and which leads to trust in my gut, the feelings, trust in my intuition, which we know is the higher form of knowledge, which leads us. And I feel, especially now in this 2020, with this year of transformation, it's so good to be aligned with the higher voice and higher wisdom, so you can feel like I feel more safe and grounded despite of like multiple changes that are going around me.
Wonderful.
Yes.
You said already you're a psychologist, you're an Ayurveda teacher and an Ayurveda therapist and a yoga teacher. Would you like to tell a little bit about your work, what you're doing, how you're helping people?
Yeah. So this also changed during this year working with you, because I kind of integrated all my previous experiences on the professional field, and I kind of grow up to call myself an Ayurveda teacher and to really own this. Because I happen to teach Ayurveda for 5 or 6 years already in this online world, and I also teach Ayurveda consultants, and I do it in Poland in Polish language. And before, in Poland, we only had wonderful, but Indian doctors coming to Poland and teach in English. So this is kind of new quality, that someone who is from Poland is teaching Ayurveda in Polish and does it on a really good level. So I own this title that is part of my dharma, because this is who I am. In my heart, I'm a teacher. I always been, and now I'm just happy to say it and to share it. And I help women to make use of Ayurveda for their personal life and for their professional life. So I do have people who want to become consultants, but also psychologists, coaches, and doctors who want to incorporate Ayurvedic understanding into their professions. And my talent is to make Ayurveda easy, digestible, easy to digest and understandable, so you can access this ancient knowledge. And I'm very happy that I can do it and serve to more and more clients. And it's just with the right support, I'm finding new exciting ways to share this ancient wisdom and to add this personal touch of me, my experience, voice, and etc., to pass this knowledge. Because in the end, I feel like I'm a servant of Ayurveda in a positive way, that I'm just passing this knowledge with 5,000 years old, and it's proven, it's working, it's still there, despite many different things that happen and many different changes that we faced as a human race. And I'm just another person, beautiful, unique, but yet another person in this line of people who are passing this on to the future generations.
You're really a pioneer for Ayurveda in your country, in Poland, and opening doors for all the people. And while I know that you're already on your international path, and we made, especially in your second VIP day, we made these future journeys. Where will you be in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years? And we even did 20 years. And the pictures that you had, they were so clear. And we really have here a very, very successful woman, very successful entrepreneur who's talking with us. Watch out for her. She's the Ayurveda queen.
Yes, my daughter already, she already foreseen this for me, saying, "Mommy, you are an Ayurveda queen."
So I'm so grateful for this working with you. It's such a pleasure to see you grow and expand, and even where we how do you call this, where we go to in one single coaching session, and then what you do afterwards. It's so amazing to see how you expand and grow.
Yes.
How did you experience me as coach?
Yeah, I loved you, and I really love you. Your energy, you're so attentive, like aware of what's happening in every minute of the session, and like there is a structure, there is a time, but there is no pressure, and there is a time to really touch upon things which are emerging during the session. And I really like this gentle, loving energy, but at the same time you being grounded, you knowing where you are and what is guiding you. Because sometimes you can be, sometimes people are working with this higher forms of energy, and they are kind of, lost in the space, and the client is lost with the space with them. And I never experienced this, so it was safe for me to let go, because I knew that you are there with your loving kindness, which is very Buddhist quality. And I love Buddhist, Buddhist as a way of seeing word, as a way of being in a word. So I really experienced this with you, and for this I'm very grateful. It also serves as a great model for me as a teacher, as an Ayurveda practitioner. Just before recording this video, I finished a webinar, which now I called Masterclass from the Heart Space. And thanks, thanks to observing you being like you are, strong and gentle at the same time, I shifted to teach Ayurveda from this place when I'm centered, grounded, and able to share like knowledge, but also some personal experiences in a very uplifting and encouraging way, taking care of myself while I'm sharing this, but also opening the hearts of my clients, because then the transition is going from heart to heart. And this is exactly how I feel you as a coach. It's on a different level. Words are there. They are used intentionally, well chosen, and tools are there, but the transformation comes on a different level, and this is more subtle and beautiful experience.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You told me already you're ready to work another year with me, so I would really appreciate that. And can't wait to see where you're growing next year.
Yes.
Up and away.
Yeah, actually, this is also my way of saying thank you. Whenever I sign for something, I want to multiply, the investment, and I don't think about money. I also think about time, energy that we both dedicated for the coaching. I want to done something with this and really like make it 5-10 times stronger, because this is my way of saying thank you. I appreciate what we did together, and I do it like over the last 10 years with many different things, and the results are always very nourishing to everyone.
Thank you very much for this
Thank you.
conversation, Maria. I hope this is giving some people really an impression where they are now and where they can go when they have the right coach on their side to break through their limiting beliefs and really set free their highest potential and live it out of pure love and really on a serving level, so it serves the highest good of all. This is what we are both doing, and a lot of other people too. And so thank you very much, Maria.
Thank you.